Reviewing 19 unbelievable moments of accidents. Each accident catches people off guard. This woman was just walking here when suddenly two people appeared behind her and stopped in front of her. She was so startled that she froze and hurriedly threw her bag into the nearby yard. But unexpectedly, an embarrassing situation occurred the next second. It turns out that it was their house in front of her. I bet at that moment she wished she could disappear into a crack in the ground from sheer embarrassment. This woman too was by the pool, dancing gracefully, when suddenly her best friend flew toward her, and well, things didn't end well. It seems like your friend is hurting herself almost as much as she's hurting you in this battle. This is the result of a 3,000 yuan swimming course. Everything looks perfect until she gets into the water, and it feels like a slap in the face. If no one was nearby, I'd be worried she'd drown. When danger strikes, a father can shield against any threat. But when there's no danger, sometimes it seems like the father is the biggest threat. Luckily, this time, Dad reacted quickly. A motorcycle suddenly appeared in front of the camera. What's mysterious is that there's no one on it. So here's the question. How did it even start moving? Could it be we've now got driverless motorcycles? Sometimes, accidents are so unbelievable. A car passed by normally, but its wheel just stayed behind. The driver is fine, but doesn't even realize the wheel fell off from the car. These tourists were trying to capture the moment a plane took off. Everyone had already gotten into position, just waiting for the plane to take off. They thought they had it all figured out. But then came the surprise. Totally unexpected. The beach may look romantic. The hat looks perfect for a beach proposal, but things didn't turn out that way. A tiny mistake. And the engagement ring was suddenly lost. Luckily, the boyfriend made a quick grab, or it would have really been gone. It turns out, not all women are suited for the kitchen. Just a little carelessness. And the house nearly caught fire. It's not that she didn't notice, but that she really didn't see it. Who knew how it caught fire underneath? Imagine riding a motorcycle uphill, and halfway through, you suddenly lose power. What kind of feeling is that? That's exactly what these two in the video are experiencing. And the thrill is really something else. Some extreme sports are definitely not for everyone. The speed just picked up, and suddenly the guy fell into the sea. I bet the kid nearby is wondering, wow, my dad can fly. And this mischievous child is truly a little troublemaker, getting up quietly at midnight, then sneaking over to his dad's side. The whole time, his dad was completely focused on his phone, and the result was exactly what you'd expect. Kid, do you realize? You nearly scared your dad to death. Accidents often happen when you least expect them. Otherwise, they wouldn't be called accidents. Here, everyone was having fun, when suddenly from the neighbor's yard, a parasol flew over. Seems like they knew you had a big crowd and not enough shade. So they just sent one over for free. This young woman was about to leave the house when she noticed a car coming down the street, and it stopped right in front of her. Without hesitation, she ran back inside. But what she didn't expect was, it was just a delivery guy. You have to admit, this guy is really dedicated, delivering packages late into the night. This young man was trying to throw a rock into the water, but unexpectedly, his phone flew out along with the rock. Now tell me, are you surprised? Was it unexpected? The driver suddenly fell asleep at the wheel, and the consequences were pretty serious. This guy is live streaming his ordeal, hoping others will learn from it. It turns out this is even more dangerous than drunk driving. Sometimes just a moment of inattention can lead to serious consequences. This old man pulled ever so slightly. But unexpectedly, the ladder fell down. Next time, I think you should be more careful. This uncle's impressive maneuver. Looks pretty scary on sight. He just flew out like that, seemingly without warning. Luckily, it happened indoors. If it had been on the road, it could have been dangerous. This young man casually tossed something, and the next second he was left dumbfounded. How did it just roll away on its own? It doesn't seem scientific, and in reality, it isn't scientific at all. Alright, that's the end of today's video. Finally, I hope the beauty in life comes as expected. See you next time.